So I went for a flying visit to Leeds yesterday, which is my former home city. I lived there for 10 years. I was going there for to see a show by Trevor Horn. Trevor Horn, the great 80s record producer, doing a Q&A type show at the Leeds City Varieties Theatre in the middle of town. Went there with my friend Jamie. It was fantastic. I will tell you about it at the end of the video. But I got into town at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The show was in the evening, so I had a few hours to kill. So I thought, right, time to go and check out some record shops. So I visited 3 shops and I picked up some really good stuff. I'm going to show you what I got. This was all yesterday, so I haven't had any chances to spin these records. Just wanted to strike while the iron's hot. So I went to 3 shops. I went to Jumbo Records, which is an old stomping ground of mine, although it's moved since the days when I lived in Leeds. It's not in the same place anymore. Didn't pick anything up from there. Almost all new stuff, and just the prices were not right for me, really. So I went down the head row down to Wall of Sound Records, which is in the basement of Crash Records. And anybody who's been to Wall of Sound knows what kind of place it is. It is just a really insane, tiny little subterranean space. It's got a lot worse since the last time I was there. There's records piled everywhere. You have to really fight your way through them. There were 3 people down there. 2 people down there with me. There were three of us all together, and it was impossible to move. So I didn't stay there very long, but I did buy a couple of things. So I'll quickly show you what I picked up from there. Nothing too madly exciting, but I picked these 2 things up. They were both really well priced. So I picked up a copy of Jack Bruce, Songs for a Tailor, which I used to have on CD many years ago, and for some reason I purged it from my collection. Not entirely sure why. I think I don't know, I just couldn't get into it for some reason, but I know it's a classic album, so I thought, well, let's give it a go on record. A nice original copy on Polydor, so I thought I would grab that. I think it was a tenner. So we have the lyrics, and I don't imagine it's going to be a very exciting label. No, it's just on red Polydor. So this is one of a couple of solo albums that Jack Bruce made, I'm going to say in the early 1970s, could be wrong about that, but yeah, just nice to get that on record, so I shall look forward to reacquainting myself with that. And then this one, a record that I've seen loads of people show over the years, and I don't think I've actually ever seen a copy of it. So when I saw this going for, it was under a tenner, in good nick, I thought I would finally pick up, I think it's the debut album, isn't it, by heart, Dreamboat Annie, which apparently is a really good record. Actually, when I bought the record, the guy behind the counter said, oh yeah, that's a classic album. So I'm curious to hear this, because obviously I know about Heart's later period, when they became a bit of a hairspray band, really, didn't they? But this record apparently is very good, so I shall look forward to listening to that. Let's see if we have anything going on. Just got printed in a sheet with lyrics, and it's on Arista. So yeah, I've never heard this record, don't really know anything about it, but as I said, you know, sometimes you find something, it's the right price, it's good nick, really, so I thought, yeah, why not? So those were the 2 finds from Wall of Sound in the basement of Crash Records. So if you're ever in Leeds, do check it out. It's an experience, not an altogether positive experience, but at least I did buy some stuff. And then I walked off up the road to Relics Records, which is the other record shop in town, which is definitely worth a visit. A new shop in terms of me. It was never there back in the day when I lived in Leeds, but it's there now. Really good shop, a mixture of new stuff and second-hand things. So in this shop, I spent quite a lot of money, and the reason for that I will get to. There's a bit of a grail lurking in this bag. I know grails are not always entirely the thing to say that you found. Some people disapprove of things that are shown as grails. For me, this is a grail, but I'll save it till last. Anyway, so yeah. So from Relics, I picked up a copy of this record, which is one of my favourite Latter Day Kinks albums, even though it's got a really, really dreadful cover. This is Word of Mouth, which comes from the Arista period, 1984. There's some really good stuff on this record. I really like it. Do It Again is on here. Word of Mouth, the title track, Good Day, Living on a Thin Line, Summer's Gone. It's actually a really good song. Going Solo is my favourite track from this record. It's actually a really, really good album. It's got that slightly more 80s arena rock sound, but I think it's a really strong effort from Ray and the boys. No printed inner. And I find Kinks records so infrequently, I thought I'm going to have to pick this up. It was a good price. It was in the new arrivals bin. There we go, the Arista label again. So there was another Kinks record there, another one that I didn't have, another one of the Arista ones I think, but because of the record I'm going to show you in a minute, which is quite pricey, I thought I wouldn't splurge too much on the Kinks, but yeah, really nice to get that into the collection. It's been quite a while since I found a Kinks record. I also picked up from Relics a copy of this record, which I've never actually owned before. This is Split Ends and True Colours, which I think is their classic album, isn't it? I've got a couple of Split Ends records. I've got Mental Notes, which is the very strange one they made in the early 1970s. This sort of, I don't know how you describe it really, art rock, strange album. And then I've got another one of the 80s ones. I don't know, is it Conflicting Emotions? I could be wrong. Anyway, so it's quite nice to get this into the collection, a record that I've never had on vinyl or on CD, come to that. Printed inner. And let's see the label on this, just A&M. So yeah, again, this was a good price, so good to get. Now, there was a record there and I nearly bought it because I'd had it in my mind when I went to Leeds. I'm going to look for a particular record, and that record was there. It was Jimi Hendrix, Axis Builders Love, and it was £20. I nearly bought it, and then I went and looked in the new arrivals bins and I saw this record going for £40, and I just thought, I'm going to have to get it. I cannot leave it there. So this is it. This is the Grail. I found a copy of Flaming Pie by Paul McCartney. Now, this is not the original record. It is the reissue that came out in 2020. The original album came out in 1997, but I've never seen a vinyl copy of this. So I figured, right, I'm just going to have to get it. So yeah, chuffed to get it. £40 is quite a lot for me. £30 is generally my very upper limit, but as I said, when I saw it, I thought, well, you don't leave things like this behind when you see them. And this is a really nice package. You get a few different things in here. You get the record, which is just on black vinyl with the nice flaming effect on the label. You get well, it's a double album for a start, so you've got 2 records in there. You also get a booklet, which contains lyrics, and also for each song a little bit of blurb by Paul telling you all about the song, where it came from, what the inspiration was for it, and so on. Something just fell on the floor. It was a sticker, I think. Tiny sticker. Oh, it's just a hype sticker. Nothing too special there. You've also got this typed note from Miles Showell, the mastering engineer at Abbey Road Studios, just telling you all about the repress, I assume. Oh, was that it? I thought there was something else in here. I thought there was something else. I could have sworn I saw something else. No. Okay, so that's just it, basically. So, yeah. I just thought, well, yeah, it's got to be. I mean, Flaming Pie, it's one of his better albums, really. I don't think it's as good as some people say it is. I think it's rather overlong. A couple of tracks could certainly have fallen by the wayside. A couple of rather dull Steve Miller jam tracks. But there's some really great songs on here. You've got The Song We Were Singing and The World Tonight. Calico Skies, of course. Little Willow, Souvenir. Beautiful Night. Jeff Lynne produced large chunks of it. But, yeah, really had to get it. So there it is. Flaming Pie by Paul McCartney. Yeah, that concluded my spending spree. So then, yeah, I toddled off to Leeds City Varieties, saw the Trevor Horn show, and then met the great man after the event. He was doing a signing session of his book. I will flash up a couple of photographs of that, and I got him to sign a couple of things. I got him to sign my 45 single of Clean Clean, backed with Techno Pop, and then I bought his book previously. I had a hardback copy of it, so I got him to sign that as well. Let's have a look. a personalised signature, and yeah, got to shake his hand and have my photograph taken with him. So life complete. Great stuff. All right, hope you enjoyed that little excursion. I'll be back soon with some more vinyl finds, the ones that I planned to show anyway. So in the meantime, I hope everybody's well, and yeah, I'll see you soon.